One.
Hey, good evening, guys. It is time for Bollocks this evening, and we are in the
Bozard Ford Studio.
Damn right we are, and I got to tell you about the great people at Bozard. For over 75 years, Bozard Ford Lincoln has been a trusted name in St. Augustine, built on family values, honesty, and doing things the right way. With over 1,200 vehicles to choose from, no surprise pricing, and the Drive Happy guarantee, Bozard makes car buying simple, stress-free. That's the Bozard difference. Their state-of-the-art facility features 91 climate-controlled service bays, a quick lane for no appointment maintenance, and over 40 mobile service vans to serve at your convenience. Located just off I-95 and State Road 16, Bozard Ford Lincoln, they're driven to inspire.
When electrical problems pop up, homeowners and businesses trust veteran-owned Johnny on the Spot. As a local, they've been serving the community for over 35 years. From troubleshooting and repairs to lighting upgrades, panel work, and full installations, their experienced team gets the job done safely and efficiently. Known for honest pricing, quality workmanship, and dependable service, Johnny on the Spot is ready when it matters most. Don't wait. Call the pros who show up and get it done right. Johnny on the Spot, powering your home and business with confidence.
All right. Got to tell you also about the wonderful people at Brightway Insurance. Since 2008, Brightway Insurance, the Casey Agency, has been guiding St. Augustine through hurricanes, floods, fires, and more. Led by longtime local Ashley Casey, this is insurance done the brighter way. No confusing jargon, no one-size-fits-all policies, just clear guidance, multiple quotes, and customized coverage. It's harder to say than you think.
Yes, I'm sure.
That protects what matters most. With deep roots in the community and decades of experience, Ashley and his team make insurance simple, affordable, and personal. Visit them on the island at 108 Seagrove Main Street or call 904-217-7547. Brightway, the brighter way to do insurance.
All right, when you're ready to set sail for adventure, the St. Augustine Pirate and Treasure Museum, home to the world's largest and most authentic collection of pirate artifacts, has over 800 real treasures across 40 immersive exhibits curated by Pat Croce and the Croce family. Guests can see Blackbeard's original blunderbuss, gold recovered from the Queen Anne's Revenge, and one of only three, count them, three Jolly Roger flags in the world. Well, actually, you only have to count to one because the other two aren't there.
Yeah.
The museum also features a special exhibit highlighting pirates in the movies with props from films like Hook and Pirates of the Caribbean. Located in historic downtown St. Augustine, across from the fort. Bring the children. They will be entertained with their scavenger hunt.
All right. They're not the only sponsors we have. We have to give shout-outs to Synergy Energy Solutions, Abear Kresge and Associates, Saint Restaurant, Meehan's Irish Pub, A.D. Davis Construction, Powell Heating and Air, St. Augustine Distillery and City Gate Spirits, Anastasia Diner, Moultrie Creek Diner, A to Z, Roofing and Waterproofing, and we just thank every single one of you. And coming on board next week, we have Atlantic Automotive coming on board to be one of our sponsors, and they've been taking care of my vehicles for years and decades. They're our former neighbors, so really happy to have Logan and Stephanie and the whole crew over there. So, did you catch that cough really good? Cough button. What? You got to see him coming, Blake.
I know.
Yeah. Well, when I go like this, it's a good hit.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. You got to see it coming. Shut him down like really quick. So, all right. That's the only time he actually leans into the microphone.
Right. I just want to make sure Blake is awake.
Yeah.
You know, he still can be a little groggy from his adventures. And what an adventure that was.
You survived the long weekend.
Did. Absolutely.
All right. Well, it looks like you did.
I'm here. I'm here. I'm upright.
You're not a zombie, are you?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm a real person.
Because I'm kind of trapped here in the corner.
Right.
But Blake, what do we have? What do we end up? I threw like 4 things at you. Some of them can wait.
Yeah, sure.
What do we have in the title?
So officially what I have in the title is World Trivia and Generational Names.
World Trivia. All right. And generational names. So we're going to keep the homeless one for tomorrow. Got it.
Great. And he leaves mine out anyway.
Yeah. What was yours? You just said 5 questions.
I said Octagon versus Ballroom.
Oh, Octagon. Okay. All right. You said you were only going to talk about that for a little bit. So
correct.
Now we're for a title.
Yeah.
Oh, fine. Thank you.
We will lead with the Octagon.
Okay.
So we have World Trivia and generational names, and that goes all the way back to the 1600s. They were naming these different generations.
Oh, you
like
mean
the greatest generation.
millennial
Like you're
yeah,
a boomer.
right.
I'm an Xer. Blake's are you a millennial or is a millennial? I'm not sure which one you are.
I need a chart for that because I can never. You got
Well, that's
A,
what I
Z,
have.
Q. You know.
I have it. I
Okay,
have it.
good.
So because
I'll take a copy, please.
I'm always confused by it.
Oh.
So all right.
Right. So,
Octagon.
so construction.
I heard we're the opening on the card. You and I.
Yes, we'll go out there.
Yeah.
That's fine. You pull my beard, I'll pull yours.
Yeah.
It'll be good.
I'll tap out before I get there. Nope. I don't like pain.
Right. So they started construction on the octagon that's going to be on the White House lawn.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just leave the fact that it's gauche out of the conversation, and I'm just going to go right to the fact
You
that,
just put it in the conversation.
well, that's fine. I'll
You
go right past
actually,
it.
you actually put that
See how
in
that
the
works? See
You
how that
put that
works?
in the conversation.
Right. I know.
So
see,
just
see how that works? I learned that from the president.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently they're giving tickets away. There's going to be over 4,000 seats. A bunch of them are going to military service members. A bunch of them are obviously going to VIPs. There may be some public attraction to this, but be that as it may, there's going to be 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 people on the White House lawn for this. Okay. There's going to be another between 75,000 to 100,000 people estimated to be able to watch it for free on the ellipse of the White House, which is across the street.
okay.
Okay, fine. You got 5,000, 6,000 people on the lawn of the White House. The lawn, the front lawn, not in the building, not anywhere.
On the front lawn.
Front lawn, under the octagon, which is
Okay.
going to have a star-spangled array above it. Okay, so
All
the,
right.
the cranes are there, the building is.
All right.
So, all we hear about now is, oh my God, he has to have a ballroom to keep him safe. I'm going, bullshit, because he's going to be on the lawn with 4,000, 5,000 people and another 100,000 people across the street, and there ain't no roof over his head except for the mesh of the octagon. And if he gets in the middle of it, I'm going to pay to see that one.
I'm sure he will.
So, good.
I'm sure he will get in that ring. He won't be fighting anyone.
Well, if
But
he does, it'll be
will-
as fixed as old wrestling.
He will get in there. Well, he didn't he body slam Pete Rose?
Who?
Oh, goodness, really?
Trump? Yeah, I thought Trump like
Was
he
that,
took somebody down.
No,
Was that Vince McMahon
Vince
who kept
McMahon
getting the
did.
ring?
Vince McMahon, okay.
Vince
Okay.
McMahon
I
would
thought
go
it
in
was-
the ring.
And unfortunately, allegedly, that was not Trump himself. That was just another worker that was like a local worker that had the Trump makeup and wig on at WrestleMania. Trump did not actually make a move at WrestleMania 23 during the Battle of the Billionaires.
Now I'm going to have to look at it.
But however though Trump legitimately did take a stunner from Stone Cold Steve Austin after the match.
Okay.
All right.
So he took a stunner.
Yes.
All right. So
Little elbow to the ribs.
here's what I don't get. All of you smart Democrats, and this is one of the things that bother you. He does this on purpose to torture your ass.
Oh, no, I'm just asking about the fucking hypocrisy of the fact that he needs $1 billion for his ballroom to keep his ass safe, yet he's going to go waltzing around the lawn with no coverage. I mean,
Did
the
he
secret-
ever say it's to keep him safe, or are you paraphrasing that?
No. Every word is the president needs to be safe. Maybe it wasn't him, but everybody who's going to
Yeah.
get him his $1 billion
I
in the
don't-
bill is going, oh, no, it's for security of the president. We can't have what happened at the Correspondence Center happen. If he had a ballroom, he would be perfectly safe.
Well, that
Well,
part.
now he's wandering around outside. So how is perfectly safe in a ballroom that's not even built yet?
Well, he was perfectly safe in the
He's relatively safe everywhere he goes.
Everywhere he goes.
You know,
So,
the protection
but-
detail are strong. The Secret Service is capable. You know, you want to say you need a ballroom, and that's fine. Do you need something this freaking large that's bigger than the White House at $1 billion? No, you don't. Do you need the PIAC below it? Yes, you do. But then you shut up about that, and you don't tell people you're building the
Again, why is this in your head at all? This is so little
Because
in
it's
the
the
entire
hypo-
world.
it's $1 billion.
It's you know.
Which is
There's much more bigger things in the U.S.
Yeah.
in the U.S. budget right now.
Yeah, we probably spent that today in missiles.
Yes, they missed. Right.
And missiles, you know.
That's why they call them missiles. They
Yeah,
miss. Right.
miss. Yeah, but I mean, you know, there's lots of things that bother me about Donald Trump. This is so far down on the list of the ballroom. I think yes, we do need a place to host things within there, because the White House is small,
little antiquated.
It's
right.
small.
Yes.
If you've been to the White House and you've done your thing and you see where it's at, it is small. There's not a place really to do it unless you're doing it in
like
the Rose
capped at
Garden.
600 people.
Yeah. So it is a small space. Do we need one that seats 7,000?
No,
I don't know.
no.
That part I don't know.
And-
Maybe 3,000. Okay. Do I think it's extreme?
Even that.
Yes. Do I think Donald Trump's extreme with everything he does?
Yes.
Does this bother me at all? No, because you know what bothers me? $5 gas, $5 a gallon for gas.
413, baby.
Yeah.
It's come back down.
No.
He's buying premium, so I'm buying.
Well,
I'm buying
sorry.
premium.
Right,
So
there you go. By parentage.
And
Yeah.
plus, the best thing to do right now to live in, if you're living in Florida and you need some gas, hope and pray you have enough to go to Georgia. Because right now the cheapest price for gas that I saw driving down I-75 was $3.75.
Nice. Or join the club at 7-Eleven and Circle K, because now I've got 41 cents off a gallon at 7-Eleven. And tomorrow I'm going to go fill Julie's car for, I don't know, $3.60.
that's great.
So, those things kind of work. And you don't have to, and you would like it because the Circle K one, you buy 2 Red Bulls or something like that, then they give you more off your gas too. So anyway.
Yeah, those are the things that bother me.
Well, it bothers me is
the octagon on the lawn doesn't bother me. That is, we elected this guy. He's not.
Speak for yourself,
He has
but
not.
yes.
No, we did. You are a citizen of the United States of America.
Right.
If you wanted to elect him, you should have had more of your friends vote for the other guy.
Well, I
or
didn't,
other woman.
I didn't want to elect him. Right.
The other woman.
Right.
All right.
You know.
So I this is our president, and you guys, listen to me long enough. George W. was not a guy I enjoyed being as our president because I felt he really hurt stem cell research and science.
Yes.
So this is our president. We know what we got. The one thing about Donald Trump that we'll always know is we don't know. We don't know what he's going to do next. We don't.
I don't think he knows what he's going to do next, honestly.
And I don't think these little things that the carrots he throws at the media and at the left, to win, you got to stop. You got to stop chasing them.
Well,
And that's the problem with the left. Really has to. You guys.
The
You
left
guys
thinks
should.
and the
You
right
guys should.
doesn't. How's that for a statement that
No,
will
it's
come
not
back to haunt
true
me?
at all.
Because
That's
they say,
absolutely
I need the ball
bullshit.
for security,
That's
and nobody
absolute
says,
bullshit. No, Nate, both sides are in it for themselves. Both
Always.
sides are in it for the money. We got to have term limits on congressmen.
that's what DeSantis
and we
is
gotta
talking about.
We got to have term limits on representatives, and wash. That way things get washed out. The good and the bad get washed out,
Right.
and it'll be a different look each time.
Wouldn't hurt
And
having a mandatory retirement age either.
that would be good too.
And
But
slap that on Supreme Court
but then,
justices.
somebody's going to sue about being age biased.
Yeah.
So,
Well, then do it now, because this administration doesn't care anything about biases. So there's no civil rights department in the Department of Justice. So
he
if you
has
want
the
to
most
sue,
diverse
sue
cabinet
now.
of any other president.
Yeah, and four cabinet secretaries have retired and resigned. And what are they?
That's
women.
That's happened. Well, you know what you're getting into.
There's more story behind that than just they simply resign, Lenny.
Yeah.
Do some research.
You mean they were forced out?
Do some research, Lenny.
You don't. He doesn't like you. What are the words? He's very. Before he became president, he made a catchphrase.
I'll be polite. Yeah,
He made a catchphrase very popular in the United States on public television, on
Broadcast
NBC,
television.
on broadcast television, and it's "You're fired." And I think he still carries that on.
Yeah, well, he thinks he can do everything he wants to, and nobody's told him he can't.
He is the boss.
True.
He is the boss until you come up with more votes.
Well, there you go.
You're going to argue with who's the boss is.
Right.
So I mean that's
I
the
thought it was
beauty
Tony
of
Danza.
it's the beauty of our that's the beauty of our republic. You know? So we are not a democracy.
Either or on that, Bobby. Term limits.
Yeah. So yeah, term limit. I'm good. I think on the SCOTUS on the Supreme Court, it's a maximum of 20 years.
We'll be fine.
I that's kind of where my brain is at. It's a maximum of 20 years because they're not voted in. From the moment you go in, you have 20 years from that point.
Which is
Whether
important.
you're 50 when you go in, or whether you're 45 when you go in, or 60 when you go in, you got 20 years.
Because the problem becomes when they're ready to retire, or if they're getting doddering, they start looking at the next election, who the president is, and whether or not they're going to get replaced by somebody of the same mindset or not. And, that becomes an issue too, because, they stay too long or they cut out too early. Look, I still think that you're going to see either Alito or Thomas, and Thomas may never let go. I think Alito's wife is going, you can be done now, Samuel.
Yeah, I think both of those guys.
Right.
I think both of those guys, they've done their time.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. Thomas is the longest serving Supreme Court justice now.
But what term limits for senators? 2 6-year terms, so 12 years, and
Sufficient.
8 years for House of Representatives.
4 terms.
4 terms.
Suppression.
That's where my brain has always been.
They can get the millions and go.
Yeah.
Plus, they get a pension for life. And
I would love to have even 5 on the House of Representatives and 3 on the Senate side.
Fine.
Just as long as there's a number.
Correct, because you can't lose. It's tough when you start losing all that institutional knowledge. And you're a first-term congressperson. It takes you a couple minutes to find out where the bathroom is, let alone how to vote and where you're going.
Well, your office is a closet, and you share that. Share that with somebody else.
Right.
Can
you sleep standing up?
Yeah,
is the question.
you got to make sure you're eating in the right breakfast area, and not the Republican side or the Democrat side, which I found absolutely crazy.
Of course.
When Rutherford told us that in the interview.
Yeah.
It was wild. It was good seeing Congressman Rutherford at the ceremony on Monday.
Monday, good.
Yeah, so he was at the ceremony. Jay Collins was at the ceremony. I really like this guy. So
does he stand a chance? Because I
No.
haven't heard Byron Donald's name in weeks.
No, he's actually behind Fishback right now.
Really?
So he's got
He's third
Yeah,
in the Republicans.
he's got an uphill battle for sure. But he's a guy who's willing to take on the fight.
And
And I listened to him. He's not horrible.
yeah. I should probably also mention newly married James Fishback after meeting his girlfriend for allegedly 2 weeks.
After meeting his girlfriend and got married in 2 weeks.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Allegedly.
That's the kind of decision making we need.
Okay, just sees it and goes for it. Okay.
Third most populated state in the union. That's the kind of decision making we need. So
There are days I can't tell if you're serious or
No.
not. So you do that with such a straight face.
this guy, no, he's the one who really scares me. So, Donald's also makes me a little bit nervous on how he handled some of the George Floyd things.
Yeah.
So,
Which way?
Huh?
Which way? Because Byron Donalds wasn't on my radar at all when the George Floyd thing happened.
he was basically saying he was murdered. He making a martyr out of a rapist, and I have a problem with that.
All right. Well,
So that I think that's one of the things when the messaging gets out on and people can say what they want. Mike Brown was the other one that was out there at the exact same time. They show him on film beating up a Korean guy and stealing money from him, and then they show him going at the law enforcement officer. After the law enforcement officer, the guy had to relocate his entire family and handled the situation 100% by the book the way he was supposed to.
trained to.
I have a problem when we make villains martyrs and heroes, and it's makes our world upside down when we look at that, and it makes our culture in the United States weaker when we do stuff like that.
Well, it could have been interesting if Byron Donald said, "Look, the guy was guilty. He was, he was this, he was that." It would have been a greater cognitive dissonance than a black man supporting a black man unilaterally without dealing in the facts. So
And where I'm at with George Floyd is, yes, that law enforcement officer should have been charged. What he did was wrong. He should have been charged. But to turn it into where every police officer in the entire country is bad is a poor reflection of that side.
one of the worst things the Democrats did and the progressives did, and it's just plain stupid, was defund the police.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous rhetoric. It makes no sense. It's a catchphrase that is just downright dumb.
Yeah. It makes zero sense to the people sitting in the middle going, I can't get behind that.
Right.
I just can't get behind it.
There's no reason
You
to.
know?
It's defund the police. Then who are you going to call? God forbid God forbid you need a police officer. And they need budgets. They don't need paramilitary equipment, but they need budgets.
Well, that is true too. I agree with you. There's some overkill.
Yes.
When they go to get their toys, and they're the first in line with the budget.
Yeah.
So I mean, you lived it as a city council. I lived it as the guy who was last in line.
Yes. Right.
Putting
it would have
together
been
the
better.
scraps.
You would have gotten a lot more out of the community benefit if it went to recreation as opposed to military hardware
Prevention.
for a local police department.
Prevention saves more lives than protection. So.
And you get kids on the soccer field, the baseball field, running races, swimming.
I don't mind. Is the devil's playground. I don't know if there's a more true statement that's out there.
Yeah.
So
especially for children.
yeah,
Because they need something to
well,
focus.
it starts as kids.
Yeah.
It starts as kids, and it's like, oh, that was easy.
Right.
And the person who's a thief, that embezzler who's in the white collar crime, starts with, oh, I'm gonna just
cheat on my taxes.
Take this out of petty cash.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he's
in the escrow fund.
Now he's made off.
Yeah.
So I mean, it starts with, well, that was easy, and that's where we start with kids and getting in trouble.
Yeah.
Bad kids grow up to be bad adults. I've
Yes.
seen that 100% of the time.
But if you catch a kid who's going bad early, the turnaround is possible and continues.
Yeah. So I don't know what the fall of Minneapolis is, so I'm gonna have to check that out. So, is it a book or is it a documentary?
I guess it's not Bruce Springsteen's song.
No,
That's the streets of Minneapolis, I think.
Yeah. So
I have no idea.
All right. World trivia. Are you prepared?
It's a documentary.
Huh? It's a documentary?
Okay.
All right. Are you ready for the world trivia?
Sure, why not?
I'm going to throw some things at you. We're going to see how you do, the two of you guys.
Okay.
See how you do. I got to get to my cheat sheet because I saw these. I was like, all right, we're going to do some trivia tonight. That's the
should I write these down for tomorrow as well?
Yeah, maybe.
All right.
Maybe.
Dear,
All
pay
right.
attention and take the stuff out of the refrigerator, please. I love you.
These are different cities, different regions all around the world. Here we go. We're going to start with the longest river in the world. Longest river in the world.
I believe it's the Amazon.
I believe it's the Nile.
Blake, stay off the computer.
It's
It was
not.
one of
All right.
those two. Okay.
All right.
Hey,
Stay-
here, see?
Split
Look
screen.
here. Look
Split
here.
screen so we
See?
can watch you the entire time.
See? Okay, here? No.
All right. All right.
There.
Pull- come on.
All right, but
Get us-
Blake,
get us back.
is it the Blue Nile or the White Nile?
Yeah. It's D Nile.
Yes, where I spend a lot of time.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. It is the Nile River.
Okay.
All right. All right. We're not keeping score. Play along at home. The biggest continent, the largest continent by land volume.
It's Asia.
Blake,
I'm gonna say it's Africa.
it is Asia. So 1-1, but we're not keeping score. Smallest continent.
Um,
Oh,
Oh, this one was an easy one.
Australia.
yeah, I'll go with Australia.
Oh, you guys forgot about, but it is Australia. All right. Here you go. Biggest ocean.
That's the Pacific, I believe.
Blake,
Could be the Indian, but
The
I'm going with
largest ocean.
Pacific.
I believe it's the Pacific Ocean.
Pacific Ocean. Tallest mountain. You guys should nail that one.
Everest.
Everest.
There you go. Largest desert in the world. What's the largest desert?
I'm torn between the Sahara and the Gobi.
I'm gonna go with the Gobi.
All right, I'll take the Sahara just in case.
All right. Antarctica.
Ooh,
Yeah,
keep
you're
forgetting
right.
that's a desert.
Yep,
there you
yep,
go.
yep,
It's a
Yeah.
desert.
Yep.
Largest island in the world.
That is Greenland.
Blake.
Greenland.
Okay. What about Madagascar?
Not as big.
Yeah, you're still right. Still Greenland. All right. Most populous country.
Uh,
I had to look this
hold
one
on.
up.
It's either China or India. I think
You got a
these days-
50-50.
I'll go with India these days.
Blake,
I'm gonna go with India.
it is India.
Okay.
They just passed them not too long ago.
Woo.
All right. Largest country by land.
Largest Russia.
Ooh, Russia.
All right. Smallest.
Vatican City.
Blake,
Is it official country though recognized by the UN? But Vatican City.
Vatican City. All right. Largest lake in the world.
Hey.
That is, I just came across that.
Lake Erie.
Oh,
That's not even the
hold on.
largest. That's
Lake-
Superior.
Wait, Lake Superior. Lake Superior.
Superior's larger than Erie. It's called Superior.
I'm going with Lake Superior.
Blake's not good at lakes questions.
It's okay.
It's actually the Caspian Sea.
Well, but that's a sea.
sea.
It's not.
Right.
It's not officially a sea. It is a
Right.
lake.
Right, because
So-
it's surrounded.
Yeah.
Right.
So that was kind of a tricky one. Most spoken language. The language that's
Spoken by the most people.
Yep.
English.
Blake,
I'm gonna say Mandarin.
it is English. I thought it was Mandarin too, but it is English. So it's taught in so many more countries.
Right. Yeah, when we were in Portugal, they
Yeah.
teach it in the cities. They teach it in school. In Croatia, they teach it in the schools. And, everybody, a lot of people in Europe all speak it as well.
Lowest place on land. I saw this one just the other day, so I knew this one.
Lowest place on land.
I'm going with Death Valley.
Death Valley.
The Dead Sea.
Ooh, I keep forgetting about that,
The Dead Sea.
which is not the largest sea.
Yes,
Apparently, Caspian is bigger than the dead one.
yeah.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Deepest ocean point.
Isn't that the Mariana Trench?
Yes. Blake.
Yeah, Mariana Trench.
All right. Hottest place in the world.
All right. Now we'll come back to Death Valley.
Blake.
Death Valley.
All right. Tallest waterfall.
Oh, there's a couple of them.
I missed this one.
It's either, I'm going to go
That's
with either
not.
Victoria Falls or Angel Falls. I'll go Angel Falls.
Is it Victoria Falls?
It is Angel Falls. I thought it was Victoria Falls.
Yeah.
So Blake, see if you would do it quick. I'm allowing you to look up just this.
Yeah. Because there probably won't be another waterfall question, but maybe.
Yeah, there's not another waterfall question, but what's the height difference? I know Victoria Falls is 5 times taller than Niagara Falls,
Okay.
and the splash is tremendous, and the sound is incredible.
Angel Falls is 871 meters taller than Victoria Falls.
871
Taller than-
meters taller?
Yep. Victoria Falls is only 354 feet tall. Angels Falls is 3,212 feet.
It's over a mile? That does not seem right.
There, I'm there.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm questioning.
Google.
Yeah, I'm questioning that one. So that's. I mean, it must be more of a downward. I mean, that's.
That's a lot. To be a mile high,
Yeah.
It's so officially total height of 979 meters or 3,212 feet, and an uninterrupted drop of 807 meters or 2,648 feet.
That's still.
big.
I mean,
It's
that's
a
not
big
even
drop.
close.
That's a big drop. Yeah.
Yeah, Victoria Falls. I've never seen it. Where's Angel Falls? I don't even know
I
where it
think
is.
it's in I want to say
Venezuela.
Venezuela. Yeah.
Okay.
So they did this. So
Give me, I want an image of it. I got to see an image of
Angel
Angel
Falls?
Falls, like the longest
It's kind
fall.
of straight down.
Well, damn sure it has to be.
But I mean, I think it's kind of
It's
narrow.
it's almost a mile.
I think it's narrow.
All right, here we go. Largest rainforest.
The Amazon basin.
Amazon.
Yep, correct. Largest peninsula. I'll give you a hint. It's not Florida.
Okay. The Arabian Peninsula. Could be the Yucatan, but I'll go with the Arabian Peninsula.
I went Yucatan.
I'm gonna go with Yucatan.
All right, and it is Arabian. I went Yucatan.
Okay.
All right. Largest bay.
Largest bay.
Yes.
Huh. Not Biscayne, not Fundy. Maybe Hudson.
I'm gonna say isn't like a bay in Rio de Janeiro?
There is one in Rio de Janeiro.
That's not it?
It's one of the 7 wonders, I think, of the
Really?
world.
Natural wonders?
Yeah, one of the natural wonders.
I'm not familiar with it. I'll go Hudson Bay.
It is the Bay of Bengal.
Bay of Bengal.
Right.
Okay, over by Bangladesh.
All right, Dad, I have a vote for you. This is Angel Falls.
Wow. So it's not as much volume
It's
as
just
Victoria.
Right.
It's just its fall
It's just
is much more.
Comes off. And where's the water come from at the top of that mountain? That cliff?
It's so confusing.
You know?
Um,
Is there
All
a
right.
river up there?
all right, do a quick look of waterfalls by volume, because it's got. I think Victoria Falls has to win that. Looking at that,
I think Niagara's pretty voluminous as well.
so, all right. No, I saw Superman just jump over that. Can't be
Well,
that
you
much.
know.
the largest one based on volume is the Inga Falls in Congo.
Okay.
Okay.
On the Congo River in the Democratic Republic of Congo, then Livingstone Falls,
Not a place you want to visit
then,
right now.
then Boyoma Falls, and then Cone Pafang Falls.
How big are these things?
It must be.
I mean,
Niagara
they
Falls.
just get, Niagara Falls is where? Falls where?
I think 7th.
Okay.
Okay.
Where's Victoria? Or is Livingston a part of that?
I don't think so. Let's see. So biggest so Inga Falls has a flow rate of like around 25,000 meters per second.
Okay.
That just flows down the falls. Niagara is only like around 2,407 meters per second.
All right.
Trying to see, Victoria is 1,088 meters per second.
All right. All right. All right. Are we ready to do generations
Yeah, I'll
through the centuries?
watch this one because I got nothing other than the greatest generation and boomers. After that, I lose it. I don't even know when millennials are, 1990.
All right. Should we start at the very beginning in 1648 when they started naming the
Sure.
generations?
Yeah.
All right. The first generation is from 1648 to 1673. St. Augustine's about 100 years old then,
Okay.
and that is considered the glorious generation.
Okay. Now, is this limited to a geographic area or is this worldwide?
It makes it sound like it's worldwide.
Okay.
So, all right.
'Cause that was after the age of exploration.
No, it definitely was. 1674 to 1700. All right, this one lasted 26 years.
Okay.
And this is the Enlightenment generation.
Yeah.
All right. 1701.
See, but hang on one sec.
Yeah.
Because the Enlightenment was basically in Western Europe. So who determined these names? Because I'm presuming they're after the fact.
Yeah,
I mean, the Age of Enlightenment was there, and that was it. And there were people who were enlightened in the Age of Enlightenment, but I
Yeah.
don't think they were saying, "Oh, we're the enlightened generation."
no, I'm pretty sure they weren't calling. I've never once called myself a Generation Xer until I
Right.
heard the term. Oh, you're a Generation Xer.
Okay.
So I don't think any of these got their names. They might have happened during
They
their
weren't
lifetime.
right. They were
But
right. They didn't pick them themselves.
yeah, they didn't pick them themselves. All right. 1701 to 1723. All right. 1701 to 1723.
Okay.
That's 22 years. And that is the Awakening generation. All right.
Okay.
All right. This one, I'm not sure where this comes from. This was 1724 to 1741. And so that's 17 years. That is the Liberty generation.
17 when to when?
17, it was 1724 to 1741.
Okay, that's before the American Revolution and the French
Yeah,
Revolution.
exactly. That's what
That doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
I'm a little confused by that.
Unless it was different kind of liberties, maybe.
Yeah,
you
there
know.
probably was. All right, the Republican generation came in after that for another 24 years, and that's 1742 to 1766. So that's the
right
7-year
through the
war, not Civil War.
Oh, 1700.
1700.
Okay.
The 7-year war, the French and Indian War.
Mhm.
So it would have been in that time frame. Let's see. So our founding fathers were born probably Franklin was born in the Awakening generation, and I would say Liberty generation is where George Washington was born.
Okay.
So that maybe that's what it is this is the generation that created the Liberty.
Okay.
You know,
So they were born then, and then they acted on it when it came to
what year was George Washington born? He was 44 when he took over. So back it out from 75. So
30-ish.
so it would have been in the 30s, in 31, 1731. Blake,
1730.
George Washington, when was he born?
Checking.
Okay, you fell asleep during the show. 100% fell asleep during the show.
1732.
1732.
Missed by that much, right?
I would have given a year either way.
So he could.
Yeah,
Okay.
I knew he was 44
When he took office,
not when he took office,
Oh.
when he became the general
commander of the U.S.
commander
forces.
of the U.S. forces in 1775.
Okay,
So that's how
Right.
I've tried to math that
all
together.
right, that was good.
All right. So I'm wondering if that's the reason that's the Liberty generation,
Okay.
because his age group
Right.
are the ones that I bet Thomas Jefferson's born in that time frame too.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do a quick look, Blake. See when Thomas Jefferson was born.
Franklin was older.
Yeah, he would have been the awakening generation.
Thomas Jefferson, 1743.
Oh, he's the Republican generation.
Okay.
All right. All right. John Adams would have been in there. John Adams was about 10 years older than Jefferson. All right. Because Adams died at 90. Jefferson was 82. They died on the same day.
Yeah.
81, 82.
July 4th.
So they were about right. All right. The Republican generation, 1742 to 1766. The Compromise generation, 1767 to 1791.
It's a longer
right.
stretch.
Yeah. So, 24 years. Transcendental generation is next, and that's 1792 to 1821. That's when Florida became a state. Or
1821,
when
it
it became part of the U.S.
right,
Not
it
a
was
state
territory.
yet. Not a state yet. Part of the U.S. All right. The Gilded generation is 1822 to 1842. All right.
Really?
So,
That seems a little bit early.
but again, these are when those people were born and then created the Gilded Age. So that I bet
Okay.
It's
Henry Flagler.
Flagler, Rockefeller, those guys
Yeah.
probably were about that time. So progressive generations after that, 1843 to 1859. See, I think they get these names after the generations already.
So after
Started
people
doing-
become old enough to have impact
Yes.
and influence.
These are the ages of when they create their impact. Is the way I
Okay.
think these are created. The way it's lining up
Yeah.
with the Gilded and the Liberty and that.
Right.
Progressive generation, 1843 to 1859. Look up Susan B. Anthony,
Susan B. Anthony.
because I would consider her, when I think of progressive,
Okay.
1820.
she was earlier than that. Then okay, so that's who I was thinking that might have been. All right, missionary generation, 1860 to 1882.
Okay, because I'm trying to add like 30 years to the birth range to see when people are like in their
Yeah.
50s and
Yeah.
so, or 60s, and see what they were doing. So,
All right.
okay.
All right. The Lost Generation it only lasted 7 years. They were only lost. They were only
Got
lost
found.
for 7 years.
Them and the lost tribe of Israel. Okay.
Progressive Generation. Look up Teddy Roosevelt.
There you go.
Teddy Roosevelt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jane Addams.
1858.
Yep. He's in there.
Yeah.
He's in that range. So, all right. Lost Generation. We don't need to talk about it because they're still lost.
Right.
So, all right. The Greatest Generation. Now we're getting into people that we've actually
Right.
had contact with, and the Greatest Generation is 1901 to 1927. Lasted 26 years.
Okay. So then this puts into concept.
That puts
what
the
we're
World War
talking
II.
about. Right.
That puts the World War II group
Right.
into this mix.
So at the end of that, if they were born in, what did you say, 21, 22?
27.
27. So in another 10 years or 15 years, they would have been in their
Well, World War II ended in 45.
Correct.
So they'd have been 18 in 45.
Okay.
So,
So that's the end of it.
yeah. So they still could have been World War II vets.
Right.
And they lived through the Depression.
Right.
And, I mean, this is Depression. I mean, these are the same people that could have, if you're in their lifetime, if you're born in 1901, you could have seen the airplane go up, and you could have seen man land on the moon.
That's my grandmother.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
So.
But it's interesting because, thanks to Tom Brokaw, you think of the greatest generation as, you would think of them. I guess they were certainly alive in the 40s during World War II and up to World War II and just post. But they had to be born earlier to get there.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, my grandfather was born in 17. My grandmother was born in 1920, even though we were 16 in the same year. You know how that happened?
No, it involves math.
My grandmother was born on leap year.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
February 29th. So her and I were 16 at the same time.
Right.
So, all right. The silent generation. All right. This is 28 to 45. So that was right at the end of the World War II.
World War One. Oh.
World War II. So 28 to 45.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
World War II.
Right.
Yeah. World War One, I think, ended
19.
in 19. Yeah. So, and then your generation comes into play.
Okay, my boomers.
The baby boomers, and you guys go up to, so you're 46 to 64.
64. Okay.
Yeah. So, and then comes along the generation that really doesn't give a shit about anything. I'm very proud of my Gen X bringing up in.
Gen X is after boomers, before millennials?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Gen X is between boomers and millennials.
Okay.
And our generation's the one we raised ourselves.
Latchkey kids.
We kind of didn't have air conditioning, and then we did.
Okay.
We didn't have cable, and then we did. We didn't have computers, and then we did. So a lot of things happened in our generation at our peak. And unfortunately, you and I don't know if you know this, but we might be past our peak.
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay. All right.
We got a little spunk left to go, brother. Don't you doubt yourself.
All right. Gen Y or millennials is 1982 to 1986.
See, that's interesting, too, because, some of these were 25-year spans, and this was what? Was that 6 years?
Oh, I'm sorry. To 96, not 82.
Okay.
To 80. It's 82 to 96. Sorry. It was under some of the screenshot lettering there.
It's still only 14 years, right?
Yep. And then they have Gen Z, which are called, I've never used this term, homelanders.
Really?
Blake, you are officially a homelander.
What?
You're a Gen Z.
Not a popular guy in the boys.
Have you ever heard? Oh yeah, he gone.
He's not a good guy.
Have you ever heard the term homelanders besides the TV show The Boys?
I only know our generation as Gen Z, so I never really heard.
That's the other name for Gen Z.
No, yeah,
and that's from 97 to 2011. And I think,
is that because they're all still living at home?
Oh, that might be it. I never put that together as the Homelanders. Mm-hmm. Okay, that makes sense.
Got to figure.
That makes sense. All right. All right. And then you have Alpha Generation Alpha, which is 2012 to present day. And I think that generation's more like Gen X than the millennials and the Homelanders or the Gen Zs. They're a little more feral.
Yeah.
Either that or I've gotten grumpy and just see these kids.
Not mutually exclusive.
Yeah. It could have been together. All right. So those are all the generations through 4 centuries.
Okay.
So, and before that, you're just people.
Right.
I think we're still just people.
I agree. You would just like to think that they could have done the letter generations in alphabetical order.
Yeah,
would have been a little bit easier, You got X, and then you go to A and Z, and yeah. All righty. You want to answer some questions? Now that we've been doing that all day?
We have 15 minutes.
We got 15 minutes for
and
questions.
I got 5 questions. Got a bunch of other stuff. By the way,
We don't have time, Lenny.
Yeah.
are you still in Indianapolis?
Yeah.
Just checking. By the way, you just took the cap off of that bottle?
Mhm.
Okay. Wackiest thing in Portugal?
What's that?
You open a bottle,
Yeah.
and the plastic cap doesn't come off all the way.
Oh,
There's
yep.
2 pieces, and
They
it's
hold
still-
on to it.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
EU regulation right there.
That's impressive.
Yeah. I think I noticed that in Italy
Yeah.
when I was there.
It was just okay. It was interesting.
Mhm.
All right. So the questions I have for us today, gentlemen, as soon as I find my page. What's the most amazing place in nature you've ever been? The most amazing place in nature you've ever been to?
Oh, we already nailed it. Victoria.
already nailed it, yeah,
Victoria
Victoria
Falls.
Falls.
Oh, okay, cool.
So, I mean, the Amazon was really, really cool when I was floating down the Amazon.
Mhm.
But Victoria Falls is, to me, one that just makes you go, wow. Not just a little wow. Grand Canyon's amazing, too.
Grand Canyon's up there for me.
Yeah. Grand Canyon's amazing also. So, but the Victoria Falls is just a wow. And a big wow.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to a lot of spots, and there's spots in Iceland where the waterfalls are completely frozen.
Yeah, isn't that neat?
Which is really, really cool.
Yeah.
But they're not Victoria Falls. Victoria Falls is I think it.
Yeah, it's really incredible. Although the one thing that I was super spooked about, like going up Victoria, like walking up the walk path was because of how bad the mist was. The paved path that was right there for the visitors, it was super slick. I was just like,
Yeah, it was like walking.
and it was also steep
On ice.
as well to walk up.
it
So
was
the
like walking
down
on
was the most
owl
scary.
shit. Yeah, going down, you felt like you were just going to slide on into the falls. I mean, you really had to
Sure.
pay attention to what you're doing.
Done it barefoot.
Yeah. So
I
I don't think that was an option.
No.
No.
They had a lot of rules.
Rocky?
They had a lot of rules
Okay.
there.
All right. I'll stick with the Grand Canyon for the time being, or Canyonlands in general, like,
Yeah.
Utah, Arizona. The Canyonlands are just magnificent. You got Bryce, Zion, the Grand Canyon, Arches National Park. All of them are so fabulous.
Okay. All right. Question number 2.
Well, this is going to be interesting for you because I'm sure you'll have this one. Where's the most uncomfortable place you've ever slept?
Do you mind if I go first, Dad? Because
ahead.
you can give a lot more context. The Days Inn next to Orlando, Orange County Jail,
Oh, and that was before we were leaving for
Africa.
leaving for Africa. So we were leaving for Africa. His mom booked this room. It was the Days Inn. It was it looked on the map like it was close to the airport, but
Right.
it wasn't that close. And it was cheap. We're just going to say we were already spending tens of thousands of dollars on this trip. We're only going to be there for like 6 hours. We got to wake up early. We're going to go. Let's just go cheap on the, on the hotel. So we get there. The hotel is directly across from a prison. Like it shares a property with a prison.
Okay.
Like the fence, barbed wire fence is right there. My car is parked right here. All right.
Getaway vehicle.
I don't have my weapon with me because I'm going to
Airport.
the airport. So I didn't want to leave my weapon in the car at the airport. So I was like, all right, I'll just leave my weapon at home, locked it up, left it at home. All I had was my pocket knife. All right. The door to the hotel wouldn't shut and lock all the way. By the time we got there was no one there to switch us rooms or do what we needed to do. So I had to sleep right next to the door with my pocket knife in my hand.
Oh, God.
So that was uncomfortable, but I don't know if that's my answer. That's probably Blake's answer because we were all kind of like, that's the sketchiest place.
But think of how well you slept on the plane to Africa.
I didn't.
No?
Well, that's we got halfway over the Atlantic and
Oh,
had
that's
to
when you-
fly to New York, and
Right.
yeah, so we
That was the
spent
medical
20. We
emergency?
spent 24 hours on a plane that should have been a 14, 15-hour trip. But I would say this is funny. For about 2 hours, my first hike on the Appalachian Trail, there's 3 young ladies that are hiking with me that are part of my hiking team, and they're in one tent. I'm in my own tent, away from them, and this big creature is outside, and it sounds like a bear, and it keeps sounding like a bear, and I'm like, all right, we're not together, but we both hear it, and we're like trying to be quiet, and like not to say anything. Finally, I open my tent, and it is one of the biggest raccoons I've ever seen in my life. But I'm going to tell you, for about 2 hours, I thought we were going to be eaten by a bear. So, yeah. So that one was probably one of the most uncomfortable nights. And there's been nights where I've had to sleep out in the woods and mosquitoes are just eating you alive, and you can't do anything with it. Yeah. So what about you?
Mine was, I did a cross-country trip when I was 15, and we camped out every night. It was great. So more national parks and everything. It was fabulous. But it was the type of thing where we were in, I guess, South Dakota, and the storms had come up, and we couldn't put up our tents because of the potential for them to get torn apart or a tornado to come. So we set up our cots, and everyone was sleeping outside, and it ended up being glorious. But it was the type of thing where you had to put your boots upside down, because if they were right side up, the scorpions would get in.
Yeah.
Right. So that was a little uncomfortable, and that was it. Otherwise,
you just shake your boots out in the morning.
Absolutely.
You should always, when you're hiking and you take your boots off, best thing to leave your boots on.
Right.
When you take your boots off, is make sure you shake them before you put them on in the morning.
I have a pair of gardening shoes in the garage, and I shake them out before I put my foot in them as well. So, yeah. All right, this is an interesting one. What's the worst food to be liquefied and drunk through a straw?
Ugh.
I'm not a
The worst
smoothie
food
guy at all. I'm not a fan of like smoothies or any. I mean, you give me anything that like shouldn't be that color, unless it's a milkshake.
Right.
You know,
Like a Shamrock Shake is better than a kale shake.
I think food should always stay food, and liquid should always stay liquid. They should not mix. You know, and I know people have to do it for dietary reasons,
or when they got a broken jaw. You can't open their mouth when the jaw's wired shut.
But I don't know. I'm like I said, I'm not a guy who does those protein drinks or any of those things at all. Yeah. So
if it ain't a milkshake, it doesn't matter.
All of them are nasty to me.
Right. Well, so
this is a tough one for me.
Well, kale is just a disqualifier for me to begin with, because if I'm going to do kale, I'm going to use it as a soup green, because it's a great soup green. Here's the superfood, but be that as it may, I'm thinking liver and onions.
Oh, who would ever try that?
Well, that was what's the most what's the worst food to be liquefied?
Well, I mean, I like liver and onions, so I mean, I would, if I was to pick something,
sucking it through a straw.
No, it'd be horrible. Anything that's food should stay food. Liquid should they shouldn't cross.
Right.
So I would pick a food that I don't like the flavor of. So like green peas. I mean,
okay.
You know.
You got a problem with world peas?
Yeah, world pea, swirled. I like swirled peas.
Okay.
So, Blake, what about you? Liquefied food.
Ooh, if worst case, like I love a good steak, but but don't make it into like a meat.
That's just sacrilegious.
That's criminal. Absolutely criminal.
You answer the worst.
That's true. I mean, yes, right.
Liver and onions might be okay at that point.
I don't know.
I'm not going to try it.
No.
That might be a punishment on the show or something.
That's okay. I better not lose.
Yeah.
Right.
Ooh, that would be rough.
No.
How do you think you do on Fear Factor as far as the foods go?
I don't think I'm eating too many grubs.
Mm-hmm.
Maggots that are still worming around a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I just need some Pepto-Bismol, and I can.
Well, you've already proven that.
I've proven I can eat some pretty nasty stuff.
That. So, what do you think you can do better than 90% of the people? This is a ground ball for me.
Yeah, yours is cooked.
Yep.
Yeah. So,
yep.
Blake, what do you think yours is?
Lutefisk. Oh goodness.
Yeah. I'm gonna say spreadsheets.
Spreadsheets. I think
cool.
that's very good.
Excellent.
I have a unique ability for task analysis, so I can break down a task and see how it functionally happens like playing tennis, playing golf, doing, construction stuff, things like that. I can break down a task just by watching. People say you're a jack of all trades but master of none, but that's through observation.
Right.
And so I have the ability to break down a task, I think, better than most. And I also think I have the ability to formulate strategies better than most people that I know. So someone,
Right.
problems come to me constantly, and that's my job.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's something I'm really good at, is coming up with that unique, well, let's look at it from over here. And it's not that I've, reinvented the wheel. I just switched the angle of the camera. So.
Right. And I think you happen to be an excellent interviewer actually as well.
Okay. Well, thank you. Well, Jay Collins has used 3 clips already from our one interview for his campaign.
Okay.
Which I feel
he came off very well.
I think it was a big compliment for the questions that we came up with. So,
and I think, for not knowing who the heck the man was,
mm-hmm.
and has he been lieutenant governor this entire term, or did he replace somebody?
He got appointed.
Right.
He got appointed by DeSantis just a year and a half ago.
Right. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
But yeah, he seemed relatively grounded in reality.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, kind of novel for politicians today.
Well,
both sides of the coin.
And I mean, he, like I said, he when I saw him on Monday, he was, we actually hugged. I mean, the day we met was here.
Right.
We actually hugged. It was like I said, we connected pretty well.
Good.
I hope he does
That came
well.
through, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope he does well. So, I mean, he felt comfortable enough, to do that. So.
And plus also we also do have some great interviews coming up here as well, like locally but also nationally as well. Like there's a great guest coming up that I can't wait to announce soon.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
He's an internet guy, but he has a real interesting story. So it should be fun.
Morning show or afternoon show?
Morning show.
It's going to be on the morning show. Man.
I get have no fun.
I'm sorry.
All right. Yeah. Are you really? Okay.
Yeah. So it comes down to timing.
I know.
So come in.
I mean, I had Congressman Rutherford on in the afternoon. You just happened to be gone.
Right. Well, yes. Planned that well, didn't you?
Yeah. So
I think he's okay. I get his newsletter.
Yeah. All right. Well, is this our final question?
This is our final question.
All right.
If you wanted to slowly drive a roommate insane using only notes, what kind of notes would you leave around the house?
Like, do we have a limit of how many notes, and is it Post-it notes?
Any kind of notes you would like, and I think Post-it notes is the way to go.
I think Post-it notes is too easy.
Well,
I would leave them randomly. Red rum in the mirror. I mean, depending on what their biggest fear is,
right?
That's where the note's going to go. So it's going to be roommate by roommate.
Okay.
You have a roommate who is deathly afraid of snakes. I would leave remnants like dead skin.
Right. Look out for the molted snake.
Molted snake.
I don't know where it went. Right.
Yeah. I mean, did you see that? I would play on their own mind.
Okay.
So mine would be, foggy windows messages.
Okay.
Mirrors, possibly like, on the milk jug or something like that.
Okay.
Just I would be very creative to torture someone.
Okay.
Never had to do it. I've been very fortunate with roommates.
Blake?
I did have one roommate steal from me the last day he moved out, but we did make up, and he felt bad about it.
Good.
Well, at least he said he did.
Well, that's all that matters. As long as you've given an absolution.
Yeah.
Blake?
This.
Woo.
And what is that?
Just Post-it notes everywhere. Like
Okay.
some have random words on it. Some are just blank. But the whole point is just you gotta take them down, man.
There you go.
Yeah.
See, and I would use Post-it notes
That's too
or
good.
other notes, but I wouldn't finish a sentence on it.
Mm-hmm.
I would say,
Well,
by the way, did you, and not finish that thought. And
with my dyslexia, I do that anyway.
right. So
I don't do it on purpose.
right. So I think if you like, because there's a joke in our family. Please disregard previous telegram. You know, you send somebody a telegram that says, please disregard previous telegram.
And they never got a telegram.
And there was no previous telegram.
Yeah.
You want to drive somebody out of their mind? What telegram? You know?
Or say, as mentioned in previous telegram.
Yep.
So, all right, that's the end of our show. Thank you. Great questions today, Lenny. This is Bollocks this evening, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.